There's a thread I found on here talking about what is a sign in somebody that lets you know immediately that you're not going to get along with them. And my answer was competitiveness. I don't like when people are like super competitive. They Everything is a fucking competition. Everything is a comparison. Blah, blah. Like, it's just annoying. For me, like, the sabotage, that means I know the sabotage is coming. Okay? Like, I know this person, in my experience anyway, I know that's like, that person is going to eventually, there's going to be envy involved, and they're going to try to sabotage me, because that is unfortunately something that I've dealt with a lot in the past. Is people that are like, they want to get close proximity to me in order to compete and all this bullshit. I don't, I'm an uplifter, and I uplift people or whatever. Like, that's what I thrive on. And also I have the same in return from my circle. My friends, they celebrate me or whatever. I don't engage in like all the like competition and silliness that some people do. In my case, women or whatever. There are some men too that are like that that I have met. But so there was one example that I experienced not long ago. So I'm not gonna say the setting or whatever, but it's somebody that I met. It was a girl that I met in a setting, a specific setting or whatever. And as soon as you know what, let me say it, because it's not gonna make too much sense, I guess, if I don't say what type of setting it is. It was a professional setting. So I was training her. I was training her, and as soon as she came through the door, babe, like, babe, as soon as she came through the door, she was like, doing this and all that, like, like that up and down stare and all that bullshit, right? I was like, oh, here we go. But anyway, it's, oh, how are you? Da da da. I was professional, whatever. Hey, how are you? Blah blah blah. Whatever. So literally, not even like 30 minutes, not even 30 minutes into meeting her, she is already bragging about how she doesn't have just one job and this and this and that, and like trying to shade me because she assumed that I only had one job. I guess that was my only job or something, whatever. Whether it's my only job or not, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? So there was that, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. That's what I do when people start the weird bragging. People can, for me personally, I'm fine with people sharing things about their life, positive things, accomplishments, cool, but you can tell in the energy with some people that it's like, oh, yeah, bitch, I'm better than you because of this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? So you can tell in the energy. So yeah, like she was doing that. I was like, whatever, cool. I'm used to this because, I've had that in the past where people's automatically, they're like trying to throw something in my face to try to see if I'm going to feel bad or whatever. Never. I don't. But anyway, later on, we go on, and there's like more comparisons and this and that. And then, like, I think a few days into knowing her, or meeting her or whatever, she was like, because I guess I kind of stood on my own and didn't engage in any competitiveness with her. I don't give back that energy. I don't engage in that. It's childish to me. It's like, it's an indication of insecurity. Sorry, my freaking Siri, it activated. So annoying. But anyway, like, where was I? That, to me, that's insecurity. You know what I mean? Like, when people start acting like that, when they, so I know very well what it is, and just ignore it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. And eventually she was like, oh, we should hang. I guess she saw that I was kind of solid, like I was solid, not engaging, and not like sniffing her butt, basically, not like, I guess she was one of those people, those girls that wanted to seem grand and bigger than you so that you could become her crony and sniff up her ass and kiss her ass and everything. So and that didn't happen. I don't fawn on people, especially when they do stuff like that. I don't, or at all, I don't do that. So her energy became very just like she wanted to like claw herself and become like, she wanted to possess me. She wanted to she became kind of like clingy-ish or whatever. And that's another thing that happened, especially ever since like I have become more confident within myself and more, whatever, more unfuckwithable. More like, what's the word, I guess unbothered or whatever. Women like that, they kind of tend to like get clingy. It's just weird. And those, side note, those are the type of women, the competitive, super competitive women that are the pick-me's and all of that. But anyway, that's a whole nother video or story or whatever. But yeah, so eventually she was like, oh, we should hang out. In the back of my head, I was like, I don't know about that. Oh my God. Like, I don't hang with people like that. I don't hang with women like that are like that. So all of my friends in my friend groups, I don't have a big friend group or anything like that, but I have like little, a friend here, a group of 3 here, or things like that. Like, and anyone that I am around, I guarantee you, is a person that uplifts others. They are very confident within themselves, or it's not going to be perfect. We all have our insecurities. We all have stuff like that, but they are all women who are positive. They're confident within themselves. Yes, they speak truth and they speak their opinions and this and that. They're not sugarcoating shit, but they also, they see their own value, and they uplift others. And for me, like, I'm that same way. Like, for me, I've been through my ups and downs. I've gone through a lot of spiritual trials and tribulations. I've gone through a lot of things, that I've worked through. And I have cultivated my sense of self-worth from a real place. It's not from anything external. So I've really learned to grow that, and it fuels me to always uplift. Even when I was at my lowest, I did uplift people as well, but it like has fueled that even more. Like, I don't feel like another person's accomplishments, are like some kind of threat where I need to bring them down or whatever. This is like, but anyway, yeah, like, I just wanted to share that because of that post that I saw about like, what's the one thing that makes you, like, lets you know that you and a person are not going to get along. And it's that, like, extreme competitiveness, like, I can't, that energy is so yucky to me. It's gross to me. I don't want to hang with anybody like that. It's just negative. But yeah,